What's up, everybody? Mount Vernon Kid here, coming to you again with the opinion spot. How everybody's doing on their end? Hope everybody is well. Section 2 comes to an end, and I give you the final fight of Section 2. I hope you guys will enjoy this fight, and it pits one of my favorites, old webhead himself, Spidey, versus Killer Croc. Yeah. I've always said that you can switch Bruce's Rogues Gallery and Pete's Rogues Gallery and it'll be no problem. But let's start off, shall we? So we're going to start off with Pete. Let's start off. I mean, everybody should know who Pete is. Old Spidey, one of the most recognizable heroes in comic books today. One of the most believable and most relatable. Been through a lot over his 40 plus years. As you know, comes his powers. He's pretty much a giant man-sized spider. Super strength, agility, speed. He's able to stick to walls. Highly intelligent. And in my opinion, probably one of the greatest tacticians in game today. If you think about it, and I'll explain a little more. See, Spidey throws you off his game. When you're fighting Spidey, it's more he gets inside your head. He knows what he's doing. Okay, when he cracks all the jokes, his enemies get sloppy, and he capitalizes on it. So that's why I consider him a great tactician. In terms of fighting ability, he's more of a freestyler, mixture of punches, kicks, acrobatic moves, so he's a combination of all. He really has no formal martial arts training as many others, but Spidey he can take it to you. Though he holds back his true strength when he's fighting many of his villains, and that's because of his sense of responsibility. That whole code with great power comes great responsibility, which you could use in your everyday life, but whenever Pete is taking it to one of his villains, he doesn't hold back to the point where, he gives him love taps, but it's always great to see Pete, no matter what, you follow this guy, you love him. Some people hate him. Yes, there are some people that hate him, and then there's some people, but you do respect him, because there are guys in the Marvel Universe highly stronger than him, but he still battles them no matter what. And like I said, he's fast as hell. That's the one thing. His Rogues Gallery is just as popular as Bruce's. That's why they share like the two most greatest Rogues Gallery ever. From the Rhino to Venom to Kingpin, the Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, the Scorpion, the Lizard, you name it. They've all have tried to take out the webhead, but they haven't succeeded. Thank God to that. But he's one of the greats. He is one of the greats. He is one of the flagships of Marvel. But I think a lot of people forget how intelligent Pete is. I mean, he's the one that created his web shooters. Who could say they did that? He created the web shooter. He's created the web fluid. He's the spider's tracers and all these other things he's done. And I gotta admit, he's one hell of a seamstress. He's the guy. He created his own costume, so you gotta give him credit on that as well. But Pete's one of a kind, though. Even though there are other heroes and heroines out there that share his spider powers, but he will always be the first. And I'm trying not to be too biased, people, so bear with me, okay? But Pete's he's one of a kind. So moving on to his combatant, Killer Croc, one of Bruce's Rogues Gallery. Killer Croc first appeared in Detective Comics 525. Could be wrong. Okay. His real name is Waylon Jones, and he basically, if he was in the Marvel Universe, he would be considered a mutant because he was born with the mutation of the reptilian skin like that. But he was also a boxer, and he retired from boxing, and he became one of Batman's most dangerous foes. With his thick hide and his razor sharp claws, he's a force to be reckoned with, and he's taken it to Bruce on many occasions. There are many times, you look at Bruce and you're like, how did you survive this guy? How? Though he was bullied a lot when he was a kid, because of how he looked, it changed him. That plays issues with somebody, over time. But he turned to crime later on, and Bruce and Robin arrived on the scene and stopped him. But from there, Croc has become, in my opinion, he's kind of underrated because he's not used a lot. Because I think he's only appeared in 251 issues or so, I think. But he's still around. He's not dead. But I think in terms of, he's a man-sized crocodile man, basically. And that makes him dangerous as well. Crocs is one of the, in the animal kingdom, has probably one of the most powerful jaws in the animal kingdom. And just imagine this guy biting down with full force, like as you can see right there, and not taking a chunk out of you, And besides, he's got the razor sharp claws and Croc is faster than he looks. He's very fast, and I think everybody downplays him a little because he looks big. But I think I like when people draw him more of like a humanoid reptilian instead of looking more reptilian, just fully reptilian, that is standing up on two legs. But he is human. But if he was in the Marvel Universe, yeah, he would be considered a mutant because of what he looks like and things like that. But he is one of the dangerous foes of Bruce's Rogues Gallery, and he is a force to be reckoned with. And it's never been easy for Bruce to beat this guy. It's always been a battle. So that's Killer Croc for you. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, yes, Pete has fought someone similar to Croc, and I'm talking about the lizard. The only thing different is Croc doesn't have a tail, But the way I would see it is, Pete's definitely going to have to use his speed, his intelligence. He's going to have to do whatever it takes. Because if Croc gets a hold of Pete, he's either trying to bite him. That's all I can see. And Pete's going to either have to do the old web in the eyes trick. Because that's the only way I can see Croc letting him go. Because Croc is strong. Croc will use his strength to his advantage. But speed-wise, yes, you got to give it to Pete. Got to give it to Pete. Intellect, got to give it to Pete too. But it would definitely be a great fight to see. I could see Pete cracking a lot of jokes on Croc, but it'll be one hell of a fight. And Pete's not walking away, or anybody's walking away without something hurt. But it'll be definitely interesting. So that's it, guys. Who wins? Spidey or Croc? You tell me what you think, and I'll